March 17, 2021, $1 billion in digital currency suddenly vanished. For a moment, global markets froze. A top-ranked crypto exchange watched helplessly as its vault drained like a punctured artery. Nobody could stop it. No alarms were triggered. No passwords were touched. The exchange's engineers had one terrifying question. What kind of hacker can empty $1 billion platform without breaking a single lock? And then came the rumor, whispered in panic between analysts and intelligence officers. Was this the work of a rogue government, or just one man? The truth was far more unsettling. This wasn't a military cyber unit. It wasn't a syndicate. It wasn't even a team. It was a single hacker, operating alone, from a dim apartment lit only by the cold glow of a monitor. His name was whispered across forums. ZeroFlux, a ghost in the code. A myth, until the night he proved he was very real. ZeroFlux wasn't born a criminal. Years earlier, he had been a respected security researcher, the kind companies paid to find their flaws. But he wasn't respected. He was tolerated, ignored, rejected. One exchange in particular dismissed his report without a reply. Not a thank you, not a bug bounty, nothing. They told him his findings were not a threat. That exchange was the same billion-dollar platform he would later hijack, not because of greed, but because he wanted them to feel what he felt. Invisible, undervalued, ignored. It wasn't revenge for money. It was revenge for being forgotten. ZeroFlux spent months studying the exchange's architecture, line by line. Like an archaeologist brushing centuries of dust off ancient stone, he found a weakness, not in their vault, but in their bridge protocol, the mechanism that linked different blockchains, a tiny flaw, a misaligned permission, a forgotten validation. Harmless, unless someone knew exactly how to bend it. ZeroFlux bent it. He built an exploit elegant, silent, and nearly invisible. A sequence of transactions that would fool the system into believing he was the exchange itself. He tested it at midnight, wearing headphones, eating cold noodles straight from the cup. The exploit worked. Once, twice, 10 times. But he didn't trigger it yet. He waited for the market to be busy, for the servers to be overwhelmed, for the perfect storm. Every night he walked past his window and looked at the city lights, thousands of people unaware that one man was about to shake the crypto world. And he whispered to himself, "They won't ignore me again." The attack began at 2:13 a.m. The exchange was alive with automated trades, bots fighting over microseconds. No human was watching. ZeroFlux executed his exploit. Instantly, the bridge protocol accepted his fake transactions as legitimate. It began transferring money not to users, not to institutions, but to ZeroFlux. Millions per minute. Dozens of wallets. All routed through obfuscation layers so dense it looked like digital smoke. Engineers woke to read alerts. But every alert told a different story. One claimed a user withdrawal. One claimed internal rebalancing. One claimed nothing at all. By the time they understood what was happening, it was already over. $1 billion had moved. The trail was cold. The hacker was gone. And the world whispered, only a nation-state could pull this off. But they were wrong. A government wouldn't dare. A syndicate wouldn't risk it. Only ZeroFlux, one man with a bruised ego and a perfect exploit, had the courage and the vanity to try. News broke worldwide. Regulators panicked. Investors screamed. Crypto markets shuddered like a wounded animal. The exchange denied, then minimized, then finally admitted someone had stolen their crown jewels. But ZeroFlux wasn't celebrating. He wasn't even touching the money. Most of it sat, still untouched, in cold wallets he controlled. He didn't want luxury. He didn't want fame. He wanted the world to see what one overlooked researcher could do. But then, something changed. A mysterious blockchain address pinged him. A message encoded into a transaction. "We know who you are." It didn't come from the exchange, not from police, not from any government. It came from someone else. Another ghost. Another hacker. Someone who shouldn't have been able to find him. ZeroFlux froze. For the first time, the hunter felt hunted. He shut down his servers, packed a bag, left his apartment before sunrise, and as he disappeared into the city's early morning fog, one question lingered, cold and dangerous. If one lone hacker can hijack $1 billion exchange, what could two of them do? But what if this was only the beginning?